Good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. As the world outside and beyond my little hovel burns and is reconstructed alternately by hooligans and well-meaning citizens, I wanted to share a bit of a message from George Bridges of the Evergreen State College, the president of that college, on these events. I'm just going to read the second part of his letter. At Evergreen, we promote equity and justice. As a community, we agree to protect and respect the rights and freedoms of individuals as part of the value framework that directs our teaching and learning. Social justice is a value we embrace. It guides our commitment to our students and is the focus of many of our academic programs, classes, and community internships. The long-standing crisis of violence against people based on race, ethnicity, or political status, and the disproportionate impact of COVID-19 is intolerable. Meaningful solutions to these tragedies must focus on long-term remedies to social, economic, and racial inequality in the United States. To our soon-to-be graduates, that poor class of 2020, whose freshman year ended with a world-famous riot and whose senior year has now ended with not only a full semester, full quarter, let's say, of shutdown, but then topped off by a bunch of racial tension in the world at large, mirroring the racial tension that they acted out in their freshman year. To continue, to our soon-to-be graduates, we urge you to follow Evergreen's commitment to protecting the rights and freedoms of all people in our country, and we urge you to engage the complexity of social injustice and inequality, seeking constructive solutions to these critical problems. Evergreen remains committed to promoting social justice through the students we serve and the education we offer. While we look to the future of the college, such as it might be, we will not waver in our work to engage and address inequities in the health, welfare, and treatment of underrepresented people in our society. As we grieve for these lives lost, we must be part of a positive wave of action and change, which our country so profoundly needs. Warm regards, George. In other news, the Evergreen State College about a year ago received a complaint, a legal complaint from John Baumonk based on discrimination that he received at the hands of the administration and his faculty union.
As a faculty member of color, you personally addressed and challenged me at my office door saying, why didn't we as a union protect you when we did our best to defend you and address your concerns, and yet you come to a faculty member of color and charge her for not protecting your needs. So I refuse to listen to you grandstand and co-opt this student meeting. That's what I have to say.
Get out! You're not helpful. Get out!
Can you listen to your shirt?
Get out!
Shake and chill. You need to go.
How are you going to keep me safe on this campus? Because that man appeared to be tall. I don't know. Never seen him. But had I been in the room, I would have been very afraid. If he was willing to do that in front of 50, 100 people, live streaming, what is that person willing to do when nobody's watching?
And you in the white shirt, you're going to be held accountable. You stand up in the white shirt right there. You don't get to just act out in front of people like that. That's fucked up. You don't just get to... I don't even know the words right now. Y'all know what he did. Y'all seen the video. Look at him, see his face. You're going to be held accountable to the community. Whether the institution does it or we have to do it. There's the call out. Thank you.
This complaint reads, under the Washington Law Against Discrimination, Chapter 4960, RCW, the Evergreen State College and the United Faculty of Evergreen are prohibited from discriminating against Baumonk based on his race, and gender. The Evergreen State College discriminated against Baumann in a variety of ways, including but not limited to reviewing his performance as a, quote, white male professor, end quote, and denying him membership to a committee because of his race. The United Faculty of Evergreen discriminated against Baumann in a variety of ways, including but not limited to publicly shaming him for requesting help from his union and allowing him to be publicly threatened in front of the school community. Under the Washington Law Against Discrimination, Chapter 4960 RCW, the Evergreen State College and the United Faculty of Evergreen are prohibited from retaliating against Baumann for opposing discrimination towards students and himself. The United Faculty of Evergreen retaliated against Baumann by publicly ridiculing him in front of faculty and students for reporting the discrimination he had witnessed towards students and himself. Under the Washington Law Against Discrimination, Chapter 4960 RCW, the Evergreen State College and the United Faculty of Evergreen are prohibited from creating a hostile work environment for Baumann based on his race, gender, and for reporting the discrimination he witnessed as an employee. The Evergreen State College and the United Faculty of Evergreen created a hostile work environment for Baumann in a variety of ways, including but not limited to discriminating against him on the basis of race and gender, retaliating against him, publicly ridiculing him in front of faculty and students for reporting the discrimination he had witnessed, making denigrating comments to him about his reporting activity, creating retaliatory write-ups to become part of his personal file, and by denying him membership to a committee based on his race. As a direct and proximate cause of defendant's unlawful conduct, plaintiff has suffered damages in an amount to be proven at trial, so on and so forth. And in fact, the judge ruled in Baumann's favor. I will read the end of this judgment. This matter having come on regularly before the above entitled court upon the parties' stipulation of entry of a principal judgment amount and an award attorney's fees and litigation expenses, the court having found that there is no just reason for delay in entering a judgment against defendants, State of Washington, and the Evergreen State College in the principal amount of $10,001 and $29,999.99 in attorney's fees and litigation expenses. This judgment does not affect plaintiff's claims against defendant, United Faculty of Evergreen, the court having reviewed the records and files herein, and being fully advised in the premises, it is now, therefore, ordered, adjudged, and decreed that plaintiff John Baumann is hereby granted judgment against the defendants, State of Washington and the Evergreen State College, for said amounts. This court finds that there is no just reason for delay in this entry of this judgment and notes that plaintiff's claims against defendant, United Faculty of Evergreen, are not affected by this order. One little personal subnote in the discovery, well, they didn't go to deposition, but John Baumann's attorney submitted a witness list, and then the faculty of Evergreen and the Evergreen State College submitted a witness list in their defense, and Zoltan Grossman was called upon to be a witness as a faculty member of the Evergreen State College who is, quote, familiar with the YouTube films produced by Ben Boyce. Now, I don't really know who they are referring to exactly by Ben Boyce, because I'm Benjamin Boyce, as I say in every freaking video that I've made, but it's pretty cool that Zoltan Grossman claims some sort of expertise by being familiar with my YouTube films. So just wanted to point out that George Bridges has a lot of social justice activism to give the world right now, while at the same time being guilty of discrimination and inequity in practice. So the Evergreen State College cannot practice or does not practice what it preaches. It should not come as a surprise to anybody that these people are hypocrites. I don't know if that's defamatory or not. Is it defamatory to say one thing and do another, or is it just a fact? again, I hope you guys are doing well. And I would like to get into current events a little bit more, but I would like the dust to settle, because what's going to arise from the riotous activity that's going on right now will be very deeply related to what happened at the Evergreen State College and the various currents of rhetoric that were active in that small bubble. And we'll see how how the Evergreen State College experiment kind of shows the way forward for us in this current racially tenuous crisis moment. Again, stay safe, be wise, and I hope you're doing well.